This is the quarterback, Trevone Boykin.
You are an All-American.
All right, come on. This is the All-American quarterback, Trevone Boykin. This is an All-American linebacker, Paul Dawson. Welcome to the House of Playmakers. Right? I think Hoover plays way better than Arch Manning.
Ban the tush
Find a way to stop
Ban
it.
the tush
Find a
push.
way to stop it. Because it's really just some hate
Please.
going on. Terrence Crawford is probably the best counter boxer in boxing. How's that not? That is perfectly legal.
That's not football, bro. That's not
What's not football about?
It's not football.
Man, what's up, y'all? We back here with another episode. As you know, the House of Playmakers. You know how we doing it. My boy Paul Dawson. Obviously, it's just us two. You kicking it in the studio. It's just me and him today. But this is episode 3 of the House of Playmakers, man. Like I said, the first 2 episodes were pretty good. I'm liking it. I'm hoping our fans love the content just as much as we do. And I do think like y'all are able to see us grow during this process as well, and then be able to just build our audience from there. So, like I said, man, appreciate y'all tapping in with us. This is episode 3 of the House of Playmakers, and today I have an issue. I know I popped it off the first episode with the issue of Arch Manning, but today my issue is my TCU Horned Frogs, our TCU Horned Frogs, not being ranked in the top 25. That is a huge problem for me, seeing that I'm watching other teams that really don't look as good or as efficient as we do. And I could be a little biased because this is my team, you feel me? Like, I'm looking at teams that are in the top 25 that don't look like they playing weak. Like, look at Texas, for example, right?
It's definitely a problem.
Texas is ranked top 10.
Mm-hmm.
They struggle with UTEP, right? TCU, I don't think will have a problem with playing UTEP. Like, we play Abilene Christian, and I would almost put UTEP and Abilene Christian almost on the same level of playing each other. I mean, like Texas has Sam Houston this weekend, and I'm pretty sure that the spread is 40. Like, I don't know if they're gonna cover, but
it's
like
funny because my guy called me. He does parlay. He said, "Should I take the spread?" TCU got 38 over Abilene. 38,
and they TCU didn't cover either.
I said, nah, I don't think TCU gonna do 38.
38 is crazy.
But they had 20 for the half. I said that's more.
That's more like it. That's more like it. But still, like I'm saying, I still feel like TCU should be ranked in the top 25.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not. I mean, the strength of schedule is the strength of schedule, but you can't say that other than Ohio State, Texas ain't played nobody. They played 2 scrubs. They got a scrub this week. They playing, like I said, Sam Houston this week, UTEP last week, and they're still ranked top 10. Now Georgia Tech is the school that definitely deserves to be in the top 10.
Mm-hmm.
Or not in the top 10, but top 25, right? They've beaten quality opponents. I think the only reason we really is just not in it yet is because we ain't played nobody. And that may be the only reason we not in it. Literally the only reason.
Like you said, Texas, they got the hype. You know, they got the players, they got Arch.
But you still got to be able to perform.
Right.
The test is an eye.
Right. TCU is coming along, you know.
I feel like we should have been after the North Carolina game.
Right.
The way we did Bill Belichick beat him by, I can't remember the score, but we put belt the ass that game, and I feel like that should have put us. Now, I would love to see where we're ranked at nationally right now. Like, okay, if we ain't 25, then what are y'all thinking we are? What is the critics saying? Because like I see a team that's 2-0. I don't really see a lot of injuries. I don't see a lot of question marks on our team when it comes to like, okay, who's the playmaker? Okay, who's the quarterback? Or is the quarterback playing good or is he not playing good?
That's another thing. We didn't. It was a lot of questions last year.
That was last year.
It was a lot of questions, but that leads into the next year, especially with new coaching staff.
I think you're right. I think you're absolutely right.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the difference is the past 2 weeks they've been putting in, they look like the most out of the Big 12. I don't necessarily know who else is in the Big 12 that's making noise, but they look like, when I watch teams play, TCU look like the most efficient team on the field that I watch on Saturdays right now.
But like you said earlier, we didn't start off in the top 25, and we ended up being
we did. But
3.
after we beat Minnesota, we did.
Right.
And so that's what I'm saying. After they dusted, North Carolina wasn't nothing, but
week was that?
Minnesota was week 1. Week 2.
That was week 1, huh?
Yeah, week 1, week
Big
2.
Big 10.
Big 10 matchup. We came in. You know what's crazy? Now, I didn't know that Big 10 was in. I didn't know that Minnesota was in the big, because I was like, okay, we play Minnesota this week. It's just another team
to us. Right?
Yeah, it was just another team. So when they came to town and we dusted them, I was like, this Big 10? That's Big 10 though.
You
like
can't put North Carolina and Minnesota in a comparison though. That ain't the same.
When?
Because
the Minnesota team that we play compared to the North Carolina team that they play.
The hype behind the Big 10. You know, Big 10 and the SEC was the top. You know,
when we was in school,
right?
It's always been SEC,
right?
And then you go Big 10,
right.
Big 12,
right?
Probably what, ACC, Pac-12. It's one of the Power 5.
UNC is what?
UNC, I think, is ACC maybe.
Right.
or UNC might be in the ACC. I'm gonna say either that or the Big 10.
Right. So they probably don't put as much respect behind that game, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I feel you, but
even though Belichick,
but when you don't put as much respect, but I feel like TCU still went in there and dominated the game. They did what they were supposed to do to a lesser opponent.
Right.
And I would almost say that North Carolina is better than UTEP. Can we say that?
We can say that.
Okay, so if TCU plays UTEP and they only, if the score is 20-7, I don't know, I can't remember. Let me see. Okay, the score was 27-10, right? I think Hoover plays way better than Arch Manning, right? If we just want to, okay, let's just compare and contrast a little bit, right? Arch Manning and Hoover, who you taking right now?
The hype.
No, we ain't asking no hype. We ain't asking no hype. We saying right now, after watching them play, after watching everybody them play.
Hoover, of course.
And you saying that it's because he's playing better, or you think he's the better player?
Both.
So you saying Josh Hoover is a better player than Arch Manning? So far, the productivity says that, yes, right? Okay, yes, cool. Sir. All right, I give you that. Running backs. Are you taking TCU running backs, or are you taking Texas running backs? Because we comparing a top 7 school to an unranked school right now, TCU, and I'm thinking we head to head, neck and neck with them.
The thing about TCU, they always have multiple running backs, and they
got that transfer from UTSA number 2.
They always have a top 3 that they can put in any time and do work. So
yeah, you're right. You're right.
I'm gonna
see that, and we know that because we went to school there,
mm-hmm.
and we know the way that they recruit. Like TCU is big on having depth. Like one dude go down, the next dude step up, right? They big on having depth, and everybody trains that way.
It only makes sense.
It only makes sense. But like I'm saying, still comparing contrasts, I'm comparing an unranked team, an unranked TCU team,
right,
to a school that was preseason ranked number 1, and we already saying that like, okay, our quarterback is better than the number. I think Texas is ranked number 7 right now, or 8, something like that. Our quarterback is better than the number 7 ranked. Our offense may be better than the number 7th rank, even though, like, I know all the time they tell me about, like, playing SEC talent is different, but he ain't played SEC talent yet. He ain't played nobody in the SEC.
Mm-hmm.
So to say that SEC talent is different and you can't even handle Conference USA is crazy. That's wild to me. And then, like I said, like, my bone to pick is how is TCU not in the top 25 yet?
Right.
I think TCU deserves to be in the top 25 if you ask me. I can't necessarily think of like the strength of schedule, like where they rank as far as strength of schedule, but as long as they keep playing consistent, keep balling, I think this week, if they show this week, if we can't crack the top 25 after beating SMU,
I was just about to say that.
Then I think this conversation leads to next week of how are we not? Okay, now my bone to pick today is why are we not? But next week is gonna be if we're not in the TIF, how are we not? You feel me? So I think that's one I think that's one way to look at it if I want to just compare and contrast these other schools. But that's like that would be my main problem. Like, why is my school, why is TCU, not even just my school, why is TCU not ranked in the top 25? And then with that being said, now that we even talking about this week, this is the last week that TCU, from what we know, this is the last week of the Iron Skillet rivalry, right? SMU is in Dallas. That's what we both from Dallas, as a matter of fact. SMU is in Dallas, right out 75. TCU is here in Fort Worth. right off Interstate 30.
What does the iron skillet represent?
You know what, bro? We went to this university, and I really couldn't even tell you what the iron skillet represent. All I know is you need to win it.
It's a trophy for us.
It's a trophy for us. But you need to win it, regardless. We ain't cooking eggs. I wanted somebody to never like really fry some shit on the iron skillet before. You feel me? I'm pretty sure they haven't, but if I had to bet, I bet you probably one of them old school players probably did something like a Bob Lilly or something. But I wonder if SMU really played against somebody like that. But anyway, this week, like I said, this is the last week of the SMU TCU rivalry. I think the game's at 11 o'clock here in Fort Worth. Like I said, I'm excited to see them play. Like, I know I said I want them in the top 25, and I still think they deserve to be there. But I think this week may be another quality opponent that we can come in and actually, if we putting up the same amount of numbers, if Josh Hoover is as efficient as he was last week versus Abilene Christian, he was 21 or 27 with 337 passing and 4 TDs. But he averaging that. I feel like he down there averaging that every week. If you ask me, he down there averaging anywhere between 300 and 350 passing.
Right.
And that's on Big D1 North Carolina or Abilene Christian, don't matter. And he throwing anywhere between 3 and 4 TDs a game. Damn, now that I think about that, I can go on and hang my little records up, bro. I can go on and hang all my records up on the banner because he might be the one to knock them down.
You should want them to.
I do. I'm not saying I don't. I'm just saying like, damn. I mean, it's been a good ride. It's been 10 years, 11 years. So they've been up there like. Andy stuff didn't even last 4. Andy stuff probably lasts about 10 since I broke his and then the next.
And how you think he feel?
Right. I mean, hey, when you start getting erased out the history books, bro, it's different. You feel me? Like it's different for real. But what's your expectations? I guess I should ask you this.
Look. It's the iron skillet was introduced as a trophy in 1946. Mm-hmm. It basically symbolizes the rivalry, toughness, and the historic nature of the two programs. The skillet itself is a cast iron cooking pan. Right?
Obviously.
And it has become a symbolic piece of the rivalry match, much like other rivalry trophies in college football. Right. Like I said.
So, so it's just a trophy, though.
It's just a piece that, represents
something. But my whole thing is, whether I don't know if it's why choose a skillet, though? What's significant about
just like all the other rivalries around.
Well, like Texas, okay, the thing about Texas,
it's a whole bunch of random stuff. It may be a meaning behind
That's the part I'm trying to figure out. Yeah, what's the meaning?
But they not gonna mention it. It's just it is what it is.
So give me your predictions for the SMU TCU game this weekend.
SMU TCU
at TCU 11 o'clock. Give me your predictions.
Definitely ending with a win.
Right. The spread is I think it's them -7 right now. We're in the beginning of the week, but it's them -7 right now from what I checked.
I'll get them 14.
You give them 14. So you see the score being like 28-14 or
whatever by 2 touchdowns.
Do you think you see them winning by 2? Give me a final. Give me a prediction. Give me a score though.
I haven't really watched SMU. Right, I seen a couple highlights.
They like 1-1. Is SMU 1-1? I think
it seemed like they still struggling. So if any type of struggling,
they're in the ACC now though.
It don't matter.
They not just conference like this ain't. It do matter. It ain't. I'm trying to tell you, bro. SMU ain't SMU.
Of course.
Okay. I just want you to see that.
Of course. But against TCU
it should
this
matter.
Week, yeah,
that's how you should feel. That's the mentality you should have going in. Is it don't matter who we play. It don't matter what they done doing.
But it's too many disadvantages. Like they got a whole offense. TCU got so many pieces on offense.
Yeah, we do. Who would you say our best attribute is on offense right now?
All of them.
Yeah, I like that number 7. I like that number 7.
We got Zero, big. How tall is he? 6'4".
Which one?
Big body, the tight end.
Yes, he's nice.
If you have a decent tight end, you can do so much with that. Bro.
I just like the way that Josh Hoover spreading the rock.
And we got 2 playmakers on the outside, 7 and 1.
Yeah, 7 and 1 is nice.
Running backs.
Bro, we
got too many pieces.
Yeah.
Defense on lockdown.
I think TCU coaching staff has done a great job with recruiting and in like the transfer portal,
the development of
the development. Shout out TCU strength and conditioning coach. He used to be at the University of Baylor, and I ain't gonna lie, he was close to me. I was for y'all that don't know. I was about this close to committing to Baylor. If Baylor would have offered me, I would have been in Waco. I'm sorry, my TCU. I'm TCU Horned Frog now.
You think it would have turned out just as good as it did
No,
with TCU?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think everything happens for a reason, right? With that being said, I think everything happens for a reason.
I agree.
My predictions for the game, though. You saying I do see TCU covering, right? So if it's the 7 points, I see TCU covering. I see Josh Hoover probably another 3 touchdown game, easy. I think he should probably have 1 in the first half, if not 2 in the first half, 1 in the second. So I'm seeing another 3 touchdown game by Josh Hoover. Like I said, same thing as you. I haven't really seen a lot of SMU on either side of the ball. I know they are in the new conference. I do know they got a QB that can run. From just watching them last year, I think I went to the Florida State SMU game last year when DJ Eagle-Abubu was playing, and so I know their quarterback is the truth. That's one thing I will say, and that's why I don't want you to think it like SMU ain't got talent over there.
No,
SMU got talent over there.
Some talent.
Yeah, they got talent over there.
Shout out my boy, the safety, 23.
Who?
Big baller.
Which one?
Zay.
For us or for SMU?
I know him as Zay.
For us or SMU?
Work, SMU.
SMU. Where you from?
We work out together. He from Dallas.
He from Dallas?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Shout out 23. Big Zay.
Yeah, man. Hey, look, we supporting over here. And speaking of supporting, we can go on and I guess I'll give a little bit of criteria. So we're gonna have a new segment on here called, and where we're gonna show love to pretty much either from the state of Texas. The criteria is like giving out almost like an award, you would say, of giving like a Playmaker of the Week. And with that Playmaker of the Week is a certain criteria you have to meet as well to be a Playmaker of the Week. This just can't be handed out to anybody. This is what we would say a prestigious class of people, you know what I'm saying? Because we're not just picking anybody to be Playmakers of the Week. I mean, I feel like you really got to be making some type of noise. And the people that I feel like we're naming or who's going to be on that is a week-to-week basis. But these people are making noise. And I know we had one, my Playmakers, the 3 Playmakers of the Week. Let me get into the criteria. So the criteria of the Playmakers of the Week. You can be at any college in the state of Texas, right? Doing your thing, popping it, doing it how you doing it, right? You can be in the NFL playing for a Texas team, so either Houston or Dallas, or you can be in the NFL from the state of Texas, somebody like a Kyler Murray, a Baker Mayfield, I mean, you name it, right? Jalen Hurts, he's from Houston, Texas, right? So anybody from the state of Texas that, and then as far as high school students, we're picking somebody in high school from the DFW area and highlight those guys as well to be Playmakers of the Week. And so I think we're just gonna piggyback. You can get bro from high school because that's crazy. I'm gonna do our NFL Playmaker of the Week. I'm gonna do NFL in college, but I want you to do the high school, bro, because y'all gotta hear this.
Top high school player of the week.
Yeah, top high school. Let him go last. Let him be last.
Top high school.
Let the high school player be last. Okay. Just him though.
Okay.
Because his stats is crazier than the rest of them. Okay, so I'm gonna go. We mutually.
You basically saying he gonna outshine.
He gonna outshine. If we had to say Playmaker of the Week, he would be it. If you ask me, right? So I think not week one. This is episode 3, but this is our first time getting into like the Playmaker of the Week. So Playmaker of the Week for me this week in the NFL was Baker Mayfield. Speaking of Baker, so with that being said, Baker Mayfield was 215 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. He's completing. I think he completed 25 or 38 of his passes, which is like a 98% passer rate.
Quick question: do you think averaging 200 yards in the NFL is easy, or?
I think depending on what type of quarterback you are. If you are contributing to your team more than just throwing the ball, 205 yards in the NFL with another like 40, 50 yards rushing from a dangerous QB could be efficient. Okay. I learned that from Russell.
Right.
I learned like looking at Russ early in his career. bro, it was no more than 27 passes. And in those 27 passes, you want to complete at least 20 of them.
At least 20.
At least 20.
Mm-hmm.
And with that being said, we're going to take about 3 or 4 shots. We need to hit at least 2 of those 3 or 4 shots we do. And so and then all of a sudden we got a good run game with like somebody like Marshawn Lynch. So throwing for 200, if you looking at your stat at the end of the day, and say your QB threw for 220, he ran for another 40, and you got at least 100-yard back, that's a 350-yard day on offense, and our 350-yard day should at least get you 28 points.
What's the average for offense?
Average for an offense, if I say like, that's what I'm saying. It just depends on what you ask. Like Baltimore, it depends on if you Baltimore or if it depends on if you got a great defense like Green Bay, your Packers. If you got a good defense like Green Bay, you might only need to score 24 to 25 points. But if you somebody like Lamar who got to go up against Josh Allen, it might take you a 40 ball.
So 24 is 3 touchdowns.
24 is 3 touchdowns and a field goal.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So you drove the yard 4 times.
4 times.
Let's say 3.5,
Mm-hmm.
just the minimum. That's what 25 times 3. 80. No, let's do 75.
What you trying to figure out?
Starting at the 25, 75 times 3.
Yeah, let's just say it's 75 yards.
150, 225.
225.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's 225. That's 200 easy. You say 3 touchdowns.
That's not easy though. You still got people
driving the yard 3 times.
Driving the
field 3 times.
You got to understand that like sometimes people go in there and go 3 and out.
I get that.
So you're not doing it every time. Sometimes you might get in there and you might only go 30 yards.
But that's what I'm saying. 3 times down the field out of 11 possessions. I learned that you only get like a maximum 11.
2 possessions a quarter. 2.5 possessions a quarter.
Was it 8?
So it was 8.
I think the average is 11.
With turnovers and 3 and outs.
My year in the NFL when we was scheming, it was 11.
It was 11.
Okay, yeah.
I feel like that's a lot. You get 11 opportunities to go out there and score.
That's what I'm saying. Let's say it's 10. Let's say it's 8. You can't do 3 out of 8 as an average quarterback, as an average offense.
It depends on if you're going against a great defense.
I'm just saying. So
if you're going against Lamar, you probably can. You're going against Joe Burrow, you probably can because their defense not that good. So I think it's week to week base.
I get that.
I think it's week to week. But I get what you're saying.
My question is, what the average of 300 yards a week should be minimum.
I think it's just
out of any offense.
It should be. You should have at least a 200-yard passing quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
You should want a 100-yard back.
Right.
Because if you got it's 18 games, right? So that puts you at what, 36?
Mm-hmm.
So that puts you you should have 3,600 passing yards at the least, right? 3,600 passing yards at the least, and then it puts you at least at 1,000-yard back. Okay. If he getting 18, really almost 2,000-yard back.
Okay. And Baker had what?
Baker had
20.
220 passing. Hold on, let me go to it. Baker had 215 passing and 2 touchdowns. And I think he ran for like 30 yards.
Right. He gonna rush for at least 50.
But then you gotta see as an offer, you gotta think about like the drop passes, the penalties, the everything that factors into what it takes to be efficient on offense. So even if you don't get out there 8 times, let's say every time you got out there, it was a penalty. Or every time you went out there,
I'm talking about what's expected.
You expect to go in and score every drive.
Well, but
that's the expectation.
Right, but at least 3 out of 8, at least half, at least 50%.
My whole, like when I was playing, if I knew, like let's say it was 3rd and 30, and I'm at least. And let's say I'm crossing my 50 already. Mm-hmm. I'm at least trying to get enough yards to kick a field goal. Right. We want to leave with points.
Of course.
And so, obviously, the goal is to go down there and get touchdowns, but you want to leave with points. And so, like, the expectation should be going there to score if your offensive coordinator and your coach is drawing up plays that not score touchdowns, that don't make sense to me. What play, like... So that don't make sense. Like, how are you drawing up a play that's only designed to get you a yard? That's the tush push. Obviously, the tush push, and they trying to ban that. We can talk about that a little bit, which I think is you being on the defensive side, being on the offensive side.
They need to ban.
It's a QB sneak. How y'all crying?
It's not just. It's called a tush push. What is your tush?
What
is your tush?
I know what my tush is.
Okay,
what's the difference?
That's your bottom. It's called a tush push. My point is,
they calling it that just because they aiding the runner to push him forward. They're not really pushing this thing.
They are pushing him.
They pushing him. Yeah. Okay. Is it legal? Okay. Tell me this.
That is not right. How you gonna have a 280 guy back there pushing?
How's that not? That is perfectly legal.
That's not football, bro. That's not.
What's not football about it?
That's not fair, bro.
What's not football
about it? You
got
got 3 guys pushing one guy.
So because it's not fair doesn't make it football. It's an offensive league. You see people diving and getting shoulders, and they still getting penalties. It's not fair to play defense anymore.
You gotta be,
but it's still football. That's a football play, bro. If you snap the ball,
you gotta be reasonable.
If I snap the ball to my quarterback, that's a downset hood. If he gets it and pushes forward, that is a play, bro. That is a normal. It's just I think they mad because Philly has mastered it better than anybody in the league.
It's more of. You're an offensive guy. I'm a defensive guy. You already have 5.
Okay, picture
you already
this.
have 5 300-pound guys.
Picture this. Y'all can do the same thing though. You can line up behind a nose guard and have your nose guard push the center while you push the nose guard while the safety push you. So you can gang up on me on defense, but you only want my one person to try to go against these 3.
What sense does that make? Us to push 3 guys on one center.
It's legal though. It don't matter that it makes sense. It's legal. 3 people can come tackle one person, and it is perfectly legal. But the fact that I'm helping my runner gain a yard, y'all crying about it.
Ban the tush
find
push.
A way to find a way to stop
ban
it, man. Find a way to stop it, because it's really just some hating going on. It's some hating going on God.
Ban
like
the tush push.
It's anytime a team wins, like I feel like what's the alternative?
Hold on. I want to talk about this. Are you done talking about your?
No.
Okay, talk about that. We're gonna go.
No. We're not. Okay, we're not done with our Playmakers because you stopped me on Baker Mayfield anyway.
Right.
So, like I said, Baker Mayfield is 2-0. These are our Playmakers of the week. Baker Mayfield is 2-0. He had a comeback win versus the Texans. I actually watched that game. They actually scored on like the last drive. It was crazy. Baker came back on a 2-minute drive. They left him too much time.
Baker is a dog.
Baker's a dog. I like Baker because Baker don't stop fighting. Baker does not. When you got Baker on your team, I feel like you got a chance.
To piggyback on that, he don't stop fighting, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was one play. He had just hurt his ankle or something on the leg.
Mm-hmm.
He don't stop fighting, right? When he hurt his leg, a guy was like in his face talking noise.
Mm-hmm.
He was hurting his leg like, As soon as the guy came up to him, he started back. As if nothing was wrong with him, bro. Like,
Baker's a warrior, bro.
Baker, dog.
Baker been like that since Texas Tech, though.
I like Baker, bro.
I don't know if you remember when we played Tech sophomore year up there. He was undefeated.
Mm-hmm.
He was 6-0. We came in. And they beat us because Davis Webb came in the game. Baker got hurt.
I was more of a special teams guy.
Yeah,
so
Baker got hurt.
Really
Baker got hurt that game. I played a little bit that game. All right, and then my second. So for college, obviously, I will obviously highlight Josh Hoover because you already know we doing Josh Hoover for Heisman over here, and we ain't stopping. TCU Horned Frogs, Josh Hoover for Heisman. But this week is that boy Marcel Reed. That boy had a crazy comeback versus Notre Dame this past weekend. I watched. I want to say it was in a 2 overtime game, if I ain't mistaken. And he ended up throwing like a jump pass on 4th and something to his tight end. It was crazy. But Texas A&M ended up pulling out the dub over Notre Dame. Some people had Notre Dame to win a national championship this year. I know they kind of almost went last year. Penn State ended up going. Notre Dame, I can't remember. Ohio State ended up winning though. But a quick little stat on Marcel Reed, 360 for 2 touchdowns, and I think he had 47 yards rushing as well.
See, that's more like
that's college football.
It don't matter, bro.
It does matter. You cannot compare
NFL.
College to football. Want me to tell you why? Because it's a kid on that field that you have to play. There's nobody in the league that you have to play. These college? Are the best. Yes. Tell me when somebody had to stick out there because they would. I don't have nobody else, coach. Ain't got nobody.
And who did they play?
They play Notre Dame.
Exactly. They have guys.
Everybody got people on their team. Stop playing. Everybody got people on their team that ain't. You almost made me say a name on the show. You almost made me say a name on this podcast, bro.
Nah,
but I ain't gonna do bro like that.
You have 11
You know
guys.
exactly who I'm talking about.
You have 11 guys that's legit. Out of 50?
No.
How many people on the roster?
I guarantee you, out of however many guys on the roster, when you look at a team totality on offense or defense, you're only gonna probably spot 2 or 3 NFL guys. Let's be honest. 2 or 3 NFL guys on each side. That's average. You want to talk about averages? That's average. You look at the defense you played on.
Okay, question.
How many people went to the NFL on the defense you played on? Drafted.
Question.
2, right?
Is there not weak links in the NFL?
But my QB coach used to tell me this all the time. And I just told the kid this down there at LSU. You know how good you have to be just to suck to make it to the league? You still was the best person ever at every place you've been to just to make it to the league to become trash. You still was the number one. You could be the number one recruit. You could be Jamarcus Rowe. You could have did and make it to the league and be trash. That's how good you still have to be.
Okay, my point is there are a few elite guys on the college team.
Yeah.
And there are a few elite guys on the NFL team.
I don't think on every college team as an elite guy, but
on the NFL team, you have disadvantages just as much as you have disadvantages on college.
No. You can't make me think that guys that are handpicked to be the best of the best.
Even in the NFL, some guys are not handpicked. Some guys, their best guys are not always playing.
Tell me how everybody in the NFL ain't handpicked.
I'm saying, with injuries.
We getting out subject though, because you still ain't highlighted our last playmaker. You keep getting me off subject. You still ain't highlight the last play. You still going off subject. We supposed to be highlighting playmakers.
I get what you're saying, but it's talk in between that.
But I know. But you arguing with me saying that college is just as easy as the NFL. If you throwing for 350 in college, and you think you finna go talk to the best of the best, you might have threw 350 on the defense.
What does Mahomes?
As these corners might not even be going to the league.
What did Mahomes average last year?
I couldn't average what? Passing,
yes.
I don't know. I know he went to the Super Bowl. I don't know. I know he went to the bowl. Other than that, I know what they did lead in last year, drop passes.
Because they throwing it a lot.
Kansas City leading the drop. But anyway, go to our last playmaker.
High school?
High school.
Okay,
we need his name, where he from.
Weston. Nielsen.
Weston Nielsen.
From Bastrop
High School. That's near Austin.
Bastrop
is near Austin.
Okay. My boy threw for 55.
55
550 yards. My bad. He threw for 550 yards.
Mm-hmm.
7 touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
22 for 32.
22 for 32. 10 incompletion. That's like a 90%.
And how many possessions do you think that is?
This is
it's high school, right?
This is high school.
But just like you punt the ball.
It's somebody mom out there paying for their son to be on the field. Stop playing, bro.
All right, come on. But the thing about it is, the reason he the player of the week, he also caught a touchdown and ran for a touchdown. How many quarterbacks you know doing that?
Yeah. Oh, it ain't too many. It ain't too many. But what's his name again?
Weston
Nielsen.
Yeah.
Nielsen. Yeah. That boy out of Bastrop High School, man. Bro, keep balling.
Yeah, keep doing your thing.
Keep balling. I done already kind of looked you up. He got offers from down there everybody in the state already. So he got the state on lock. He got Texas, he got SMU, he got Arizona, he got Arizona State.
If he's doing it like that, he deserves it.
Yeah, he deserves it. You talking about kids. So, okay, with that being said, is he an athlete or is he a quarterback? We got to go check him out. I gotta see his mechanics.
If his stats look like this, it's only right that he an athlete.
He an athlete.
You know.
Yeah.
He running and catching.
And throwing.
He can pass.
We say, and he can pass. Nah, for real, dude. Mm-hmm. Okay, go back to what you were saying earlier.
As far
as anything that you had just brought up, you had brought up being efficient and being out there 11 times and you throwing 300 yards in college.
Because you said Baker threw for 220. I was just asking, is that average? Is that How hard
That
is
is
that? How
averaging.
hard is that to throw in the NFL?
Okay, look. That's average. Let me tell you what's elite. Joe Burrow, 3-something. Josh Allen, 3-something.
So
those are elite players.
So how can you tell me that shouldn't be the normal?
Because I ain't gonna lie, a lot of yards doesn't lead to wins. A lot of yards doesn't necessarily lead to.
I'm not talking about.
So
wins.
if I go out there 11
yards.
drives and kick 11 field goals and I throw for 400 yards, it's like that's like contradicting almost. You saying that?
I'm saying if you driving the ball 8 times the field and you go 50%, 4 out of 8.
If you be looking at people drives,
you should at least average 250, 300 yards.
Okay,
easy.
All right. I'm on offense, right? I'm on offense. If you on defense, what's the average?
That's not happening.
That's what I'm saying. So it's still an element of like they're trying to stop us. Yes, we supposed to be efficient. I feel what you're saying. If we go out there, but if you're playing a great defense, you have the expectation, just like the offense has an expectation to go stop them every time you come out, and we have the opposite expectation to go deliver every
just
time.
As much as we were a top 3 defense at TCU, I feel like as a good offensive coordinator, you still should be able to make stuff happen. Like it's 100 yards, 55 feet wide. You have so many different things you can do as an offensive coordinator. Be creative, bro. We can't stop everything. We can't stop everything.
I feel it.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm on the same page as you.
Come on now.
I'm on the same page as you.
That's all I'm saying.
But I still think there's factors in between. There's penalties. So if you go out there and all of a sudden you're like this past weekend, the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Giants, each team had 150 yards worth of penalties. That will kill drives. When you thought you had a 3rd and 2 and now you're going 2nd and 18, you feel me? That will kill a drive. So you saying, oh, when you go out there, you're supposed to be, yeah, I was. But we ended up getting a holding penalty on 3rd down that took us back 10 yards, which I think holding penalties should only be 5. But they taking holding penalties back 10 yards. And so that will kill a drive when you're talking about as far as being efficient. So even if you first down you get 3, second down you get 3, because they tell us if you're getting 3 yards a pop, 3.5 yards a pop, you're efficient.
You're moving the ball.
You're moving the ball. So if I'm looking at what, 3rd and 4? If we get a holding penalty, I'm looking at 3rd and 14. That's a draw. That's probably getting 10 yards, and we may punt the ball on 4th and 4.
But that's the 50%.
That ain't 50%. That's a flag.
No. Listen, I'm talking about out of the 8 drives, that stuff like that should only be happening 50% of the time. Yes. So the other 4 times that you drove
should be trying to go down
70, 60 yards. That should be an average of 250, bro.
It be some teams that don't make it past the 50.
Right.
It be some teams that don't make it. So like you got to understand.
But I feel like that's terrible play calling. That's terrible.
What if it's terrible execution? Players play, coaches coach. Players can only do so much. Coaches can only do so much.
That's true as well.
So if Ben Johnson right now is a great offensive coordinator, he was over there with the Detroit Lions and went down there undefeated. And now he over there with the Chicago Bears and they 0-2. So same offense, same great mind, same creative plays.
How long? I don't know if you know how long he was in Detroit, but he had to learn his players, right? Just like we talked about the first week. You got to know your personnel. Yeah. Know what your guys can go execute 80% of the time.
But some okay.
Don't be out there trying to be super creative.
Some people philosophy works no matter who it is. You just need to replace the people who can't make it work.
I get that.
And that's kind of how. So when he was over there with Jared Goff with a pure passer, I know for a fact this offense works.
What is Caleb?
Caleb's not a pure passer. He's an athlete. Caleb's an athlete. But you see how many throws, bro, missed over the past 3 years. You don't say pure passer.
Bro.
Pure?
I feel like
pure passer is Jared Goff, bro.
I feel like a lot of times great athletes can be more of something mental. It's something mental going on.
Are you talking about with him?
Yeah, like it.
Oh, I don't even think it's mental. I think it's just the learning curve. I think it's the learning curve.
That too.
He's not. First of all, you got to think about when number 1 picks go, it's the trashiest team in the league. So like, and I think we had talked, like even when I was down there at LSU this past weekend, we talked about like either have every team in sports that play sports, or especially for the sport of football, no matter college, NFL, high school, you need a quarterback. If you want to be good at all, you need a quarterback. And then you either gonna build guys around your quarterback, or you gonna have guys and you only need a quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
So like Chicago didn't have nothing, so they trying to build around Caleb. But if somebody like Shador would have went to somewhere like, let's say Shador would have went to somewhere like, New Orleans, right? Only thing we saying right now that New Orleans really need is a quarterback. You got Chris Olave, you got the other receiver. They got talent. You got Kamara running back. They got.
So as an offensive coordinator, you talking about players.
Mm-hmm.
As an offensive coordinator, you gonna do what your players can do.
You're supposed to put them in the best position to win.
Right. So at the end of the day, it's all about the play caller. It's
play calling is only half of it.
Like I said, it's all
execution is the rest.
Okay.
Play call. I can draw up the perfect play.
Okay.
If you can't execute it right, let's say this play has been. Like what I'm saying, this play has been working for 90 years.
Mm-hmm.
If you can't run it right, then it's you. It's not me. Mm-hmm. Don't blame the play calling. That's you. This play has worked for 90 years.
Mm-hmm.
You just got to run it the right way. That's execution. That's execution.
Okay. So, but still, 4 out of 8.
4 out of 8, yes.
4 out of 8, bro. Come on.
4 out of 8.
4 out of 8.
You know who wasn't 4 out of 8, though? Russell Wilson. Let's get into my Cowboys, man. I had something last week to say about Russ, and it really ain't changed. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I feel you on that because Russ so inconsistent.
It's like he just bought himself another week. That's all. No, legitly, bro. He just bought himself another week.
Bro, because honestly, bro, when we played in Seattle and I'm watching Russ on the sideline.
Go ahead, tell your stories. Go ahead.
I'm like,
bro, most of the people that play with him know.
I'm like, bro, this Russ.
Yes, that's why I was like trying to get it, bro. I'm trying to take his spot, bro. I'm trying to take his spot.
I'm like, bro, is not it. Bro.
Not it.
I'm like,
the whole time on the sideline, I bet you like, bro, Trey can do that.
The whole time I know Trey do it. I know Trey can do this. I know, but it's like it's so inconsistent. Sometimes he'll have those big plays, big splash plays.
Yeah,
I get it, but the other is like, bro, what are you doing? Who are you throwing it to?
Russ is just, and this ain't. I feel like we sound like haters,
and it's not no hate.
I feel like we sound like,
it's straight facts. This is my experience.
Yeah,
I'm looking on the sideline like, what is going on?
We speaking from experience,
right? Like
Russ is good. Don't get me wrong, Russ is good.
When he want to be.
Right, yeah. And this was my thing when I was with Russ. Like, beginning of the game, it's like it's almost like a boxer. Like, we're going to talk about the fight in a little minute, but like Russ likes to feel his way through the game. Not me. When we get out there, I am trying to, like you said, my mentality, and Meacham and Cummings is still this in me. We're winning, and I'm trying to score every time I go out there, whether it's a 3 or a 6.
So what you say his mindset
his mindset was like, I just explained to you, he was like a boxer. He felt his way through the game.
What does that mean? Like
that means he ain't turn up until it was necessarily needed to. I start the game trying to turn up. I'm popping it off, turned up. He feeling his way through it. We might go 3, bro. We might go 3 and out. Go look how many drives in Russ' career where he's just scored in the first drive. We was at TCU, we were popping off 14-0. It was instilled in me like, we can go out here and pop it off.
So you saying throughout his career, it's not many touchdowns in the first drive?
I at least not when I was there.
Okay.
I think it was more of, like I said, he's more like a boxer. Like he's going to feel his way through the match. Come look at what we can do on the side. Okay, cool. Instead of going out there like being aggressive from play
honestly,
one.
Bro, he throwing them deep balls to
he good with the deep balls.
No,
he's great at deep
okay,
balls.
I get it.
He's great
at
deep balls.
But them plays that, what's the receiver name?
Malik Neighbors. Yeah,
he was making them plays. Like
you gotta understand, it's still 2 parts. It's still 2 parts to it.
You can put the ball.
He's putting the ball. He put the ball in some. Bro, he put the ball where he gave his receivers chances to make plays. That's all you, as a receiver, that's all you ask for. And as a quarterback, you ask like, hey, if I put it over and he making the QB look good, that's all you can ask for.
Nah, bro. It was a couple of them throws, the receivers going around the DB, falling, making the catch like on the side.
They had a good game. Sometimes you have a little look on your side as well.
And then the last ball he threw to Neighbors, bro, just threw it like I hope he
the go route on the right side.
It was on the left. It was on the left side.
Was it a touchdown?
No, it was incomplete. Neighbors had to come and try to knock. It was a pick.
Oh the pick, the interception overtime.
Bro just threw it up.
Yeah, he just threw that one up. I think that's what a lot.
And that's what I mean by inconsistent.
That's what lost in the game.
I give you
Russ stats.
Inconsistent. Like you do all that, but then just throw the ball up. Like I'll
give you Russ stats.
What are we doing?
Russ obviously he played against the Cowboys and Cowboys defense. Y'all need some serious help on the back end. They're trying to say this is from a lack of pass rush, which we let go of one of the best in the league already with Michael Parsons.
You see who they signed though?
Jadeveon Clowney. I think he a few years out his prime. I think it's a little too late to be. Why would you trade Michael Parsons to pick up Jadeveon Clowney?
But they also get the picks next year, so they can pick up.
Who's to say? Okay, this is the thing about picks. We drafted Najee Smith in the first round last year. He didn't do anything.
What position?
D tackle. He didn't do anything. He's a first round pick though. So like when you got a guy who's panned out, you have to keep him. Cause it's a gamble with first. You know how many first round picks they lead a league. Most first round picks get kicked out the league than undrafted players, bro.
So you saying
the lead is made up of undrafted players.
So exactly.
In 4th, 5th round, 6th round picks.
But that's decision making on the coaching. Like if you decide to pick this as your first round pick and it's undrafted players, that's.
But no. The reason I'm saying is because a lot of first round talents either they don't work. Their leash is a little bit longer. So when you talk about like if you're not as good, you can you're a first round talent, you can stay in the league for a while. But like guys who are hungry are normally those 4th, 5th, 6th round undrafted guys who come in trying to make the team. Like it ain't too many guys first round, obviously from the ones that like we know. But first, second round, third round guys, they really don't stay in the league as long for whatever reason. That's what I'm saying. So when you got a guy who is proven, like a Michael Parsons, is proven, you have to keep that. You don't let go and then hope that I can draft another guy to possibly be the next Michael Parsons or have to, like that. That's the part that kind of.
I agree.
So that's a little weird. But like I said, Russ was, he had a day. Russ was 450 yards for 3 TDs. I think Neighbors had 2.
That's some deep balls.
But he's great at the deep balls. And then he threw that one pick is what really lost in the game. I think that pick in overtime is what lost in the game. I will say, Cowboys got George Pickens involved. That's why I think our offense looked at a lot better, which we shouldn't have to go out there and have a shootout with the New York Giants to win the game. That really got me feeling like we really trashed because we had a shootout with the Giants. It's like when I see it like in school beating the 0-12 SMU team and like y'all like happy at the end of the game because y'all won. Like y'all was supposed to really y'all was supposed to dust the Giants.
Shouldn't even been no question.
Y'all should have dusted the Giants. And y'all came out there and made it a game. Russell Wilson made it a game. And so we actually, speaking of the Cowboys, so the Cowboys play, I think we played the Bears this week. Actually, we do. Yeah, we play Caleb Williams this week. I think we're not favored in the game. I think Chicago's favored to beat us in the game. I still think the Cowboys, like I said, I still think we went on the road and played the Eagles week 1. We did pretty good. Dak has been playing good the past 2 weeks. I texted him and told him good game. Other than that, like CD didn't have no drop passes from what I know. George Pickens is getting a little bit more involved. So our offense is evolving. I just hate to see that our offense is increasing, but I feel like our defense is decreasing. So it's still going to balance itself out to probably be an average year. It's probably still going to balance itself because if you fighting with the New York Giants, it's going to be an average year.
It's
early.
It
is early.
Yeah.
And I mean, I still need you to beat the Giants because you can go win your divisional games. Like I still like we can beat Washington. I think we can beat Washington still. Like maybe even potentially the next time we play the Eagles be a better game.
What about week 3 though? Who you think they beating?
Green
Chicago?
Bay?
No, Chicago.
I think they beat Green Bay. I mean, I think they beat Chicago. I think they lose next week to Green Bay.
Okay.
I think they lose next week to Green Bay.
Okay. So you think Dak gonna be a better quarterback than Caleb Williams?
I think Dak will outperform Caleb Williams. Yes.
Do you think he is a better quarterback than Caleb Williams?
Do I think it just depends on what you want as in your QB? Like some people like the Lamar Jackson type, some people like the Jared Goff type, some people like the Dak type, some people like.
I think Dak and Caleb are the same type.
I would say Caleb is a better athlete, but Dak
Dak
may be a
scramble.
better QB because of like the vet in him.
Mm-hmm.
Like you don't have to worry about like Dak being prepared or stuff like that, like knowing his plays or getting through reads and stuff like that. So Dak, and that only comes because Dak is comfortable now. Like year 10, you know everything by year 10. It shouldn't be nothing you ain't seen by year 10. You feel me? So you should definitely be comfortable with calling plays, seeing defenses, whether it's like new, old. They're trying to cater more to Dak than they would to Caleb Williams. Caleb Williams needs to learn the system. He needs to learn the bends. Like they're catering to Dak, while Caleb Williams has to cater to his offensive coordinator right now because it's a learning process.
So is Caleb.
Caleb is the better player.
No, I'm talking about as far as in the problem. Caleb is the problem.
No, Caleb's not the problem. But quarterbacks, it takes time. It's a learning curve. Like it's a few QBs who come in and do what like CJ Stroud has done or somebody like that. But it's only a few QBs who came in and do that. And we can't expect like Jaden Daniels. It's only a few QBs that came in and do that. Putting that expectation on every rookie that come in. Like you supposed to be the next one to know how to just move like a 10-year vet and play making it's kind of like unrealistic, if you ask me. Just a tad.
So they win this week and they lose next week to the Packers.
Win this week and lose next week, but cover the spread.
I honestly don't think they're gonna cover the spread. As far as they're gonna get beat by the
a certain amount of points. So cover the spread. If they give the Cowboys 10 points, I'll take Cowboys plus 10
to lose.
But see, you okay? So points is if you was to start the game off already, picture that the score is Cowboys 10, Green Bay 0. That's in the betting world. Right. So in order for Green Bay to actually win in the betting world, they would have to win by 11.
Okay, right.
More than because you already gave them 10 points. So that's the advantage.
So that's what you're saying.
I'm saying that I would take the points with the Cowboys, but I don't think they're going to win the game.
Okay.
So the score might be 20 to 21.
I'm taking
the point spread.
Okay,
yes, okay. I'm taking the 10 points, however many points they give them. I'm taking however many points they give them.
Nah, for real, because it's gonna be like 40 to 14.
Yeah, like I was saying, highlight my quarterbacks. I still had the same. My college QBs. I'm gonna stay loyal this year. My college QBs are going to be the same three guys. They're not going to change. I changed them from week one because I didn't really like Nussmeier. But watching Nussmeier at the LSU game last week, I went to the LSU game last week, watched Nussmeier play. He necessarily didn't look like a top quarterback to me. I'm just going to put that out there. They went out there the first half. LSU, the Nussmeier kid, from when I went to the game, I'm talking about they were 3-and-out every drive. Like maybe 4 or 5, the first 4 or 5 drives. They were 3-0 versus Florida this past weekend. First of all, shout out to LSU this past weekend, bro. Great atmosphere. Some of the people down there that I met is some of the most seasoned people I have ever met in my life.
Seasoned, explain seasoned.
It's seasoned. If you don't know, that's on you. I ain't explaining, but it was some of the most seasoned people out there. I'm talking about food was good, hospitality was good, the atmosphere was crazy.
What you all do? What all did you do down there?
So I did a 2-hour live stream. We did a LSU tailgate takeover for the Florida game. I'm partnered with Washed Up Sports Network, and you probably see some of our clips on there as well as me and PJ on Washed Up Sports Network. Probably try to get something here like that at TCU before the end of the season. Try to do like a tailgate takeover before the end of the season. But we just went down there and had like a 2-hour stream. Talked about we met with 2 other guys who were diehard LSU fans. Like, bro told me he had been watching LSU since since he could think. So they run a podcast.
Was it the people you were sitting with?
No, at the game.
No, on the podcast.
Yeah. If you go to Watch the Sports Network on YouTube and look at the tailgate takeover from the LSU game, you can also check us out on TikTok and Instagram as well. For as the Playmakers. And they have their own Watch the Sports Network, and we're all kind of partnered in this thing. So, but the 2 guys that we met with were not part of the network. They were just 2 diehard LSU fans.
Right.
And they knew their stuff. I'm talking about they knew their stuff. I'm talking about, like I said, he was talking about Chris Lee and Jamarcus Russell and all these other guys. Like they knew their stuff. So
I love it.
It was crazy being on the show with them. Baton Rouge was like no other. I seen the Tiger on campus. They have a Tiger on campus in the middle of campus. It's real live Tiger in the middle of campus. It's crazy. They also have a chant that I'm not going to say on here.
Hold on. Is it?
It's a tiger.
It's caged up.
It's caged up. Yes, obviously. He lives in imagine going to the zoo, but it's only him though. It's him by himself in the middle of campus.
So it's just him in a cage in the middle.
But it's not a cage. It's not like a 10 by 10. Like he's not in a cell or anything. But he has his own like everything. He has a pool.
His own area.
He has it costs him like $2 million.
Damn.
He lives in like a $2 million home, and they feed him every day. He got a pool. He got shade. Like he can't go. He got everything. He lives in a habitat like for him.
That's next level.
Yeah, it is. It's crazy. And so, it ain't like TCU got a bunch of horned frogs running around.
Frogs jumping around.
Yeah, I told him when I was up there, I said, bro, the most exotic animal you're gonna see on campus is a squirrel. Literally, you know what I'm saying? That's the only exotic animal you're gonna see on campus. But
they all over.
Yeah, like I said, but the LSU game was crazy, man. Shout out to them. But I'm sticking with my players this week, and it's not Nussmeier. I'm gonna start with my boy Josh Hoover. Josh Hoover, obviously, they won last week. 42-21. If we can, while I'm doing this, I would love to at least bring up a few of his little highlights or whatever, some passing touchdowns. But he was 42. They won 42-21 over, I think best believe was Abilene Christian last week. He had 4 passing touchdowns. He was 21-27. That's only 6 incompletions, and he threw for 337 yards. So shout out to that boy Josh Hoover. Josh Hoover, Hoover for Heisman. We putting it down over him. Arch Manning did not have so much of a good week, but I'm still riding with him as far as just players to highlight because he is probably one of the most talked about college football players in today's game.
There's like so much expectation.
Yes. It's good and bad. It's a learning process, but like he said, he was overhyped. And I think if we would have let him play out this year and just took it for what it was, maybe it wouldn't be that many people upset about it.
It's so crazy to go from that outstanding game that you had
versus them people last year to this year
to what you are doing now. Yeah. It's like, what happened?
I would love to see him this. If he don't perform this week, it's gonna be bad because they playing Sam Houston. So, but I'm gonna give you his stats from last week, and it's not gonna sound too good. We can hurry up and get past
Bearcats.
Yes.
The Orange team?
Yes. But he played UTEP last week. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, he was 11 for 25.
Hey, shout out Eli Wallace with the
Who's Eli?
With the Sam Houston Bearcats. My dog, man.
Eli Wallace, man. Shout out Eli Wallace. Eli?
Doing big things.
Eli Wallace?
Yeah.
Arch Manning was 11 for 25, 114 passing yards, and 1 touchdown passing. He had 2 rushing touchdowns, though. And they beat a UTEP team who they were supposed to demolish. The spread was 40. And they won 27-10. And like I said, and I keep saying this on the show, Texas is just a team who underachieves to me. I would hate to say that they're kind of like the Dallas Cowboys or Texas sports and like a whole, maybe, I don't know, but like until they like stop giving me the feeling that they just gonna let me down in every big game that I feel like they're supposed to show up in, and it's hard to just keep going for them. Because I ride for Texas sports in general. Unless you playing against TCU, I ride for you. I ride for Texas sports in general. And then obviously my boy Taylor. Now one thing I can say, Taylor ball every week. Taylor balls they got beat by Ole Miss, and Ole Miss is top 3 in the SEC right now. They possibly could still win with Lane Kiffin, could possibly win the SEC championship game. They could possibly be in the SEC championship game. But Taylor was 22 for 35, so he really wasn't that defensive. That's like close to like 60, a little bit close to 60% passing. You want to be a little bit closer to 70. But he had 305 passing yards and 1 passing touchdown. But see, the best thing about Taylor, that's why I be saying Robert Griffin, he's an athlete. So when I talked about it like what you contribute to your team, he's contributing 400 yards on offense, 300 with his arm, and then he got 115 rushing yards on 14 rushes. That's running back.
Right.
That's running back with a touchdown. So like when we talked about earlier, like, is that good? When you say like it's 200 yards passing to your, I'm like, it really just depends on what they're asking of you.
Bro balling.
Bro's balling. Bro is balling. I'm next week. I'm gonna have like bro is probably like at 10 touchdowns passing. He's over 1,000 yards passing right now because he threw 6 touchdown passes week 1, 4 last week, and this is week 3. So now, I mean,
how many he throw this week?
He threw 4. No, he threw 1. He threw 1 touchdown and 1 passing.
Okay.
1 passing touchdown, 1 rushing. I'm sorry.
Okay.
But he had 305 yards. But Taylor is one of my guys. Like I said, he's from the city of Dallas, so I'm always ride for our Dallas kids, especially like trying to get the accolades and stuff. And I think Taylor could be one of those guys that, even with the play, like right now with him being in Arkansas, like his talent and skill level transitions as well to the NFL, being able to, like, he could be the next, not saying he's as good as a passer, but he can easily become like the next Jaden Daniels type person. So he's that talented to become.
Not Lamar.
He's not Lamar talented. He's not Lamar talented. Like Lamar escaped a bit. Like Lamar's generational. Okay. I wouldn't say Jaden Daniels is generational.
I love the respect.
Yeah, Lamar is generational. I wouldn't say that Jaden is generational. He's great. He's good. Don't get me wrong. He's good, but I wouldn't say generational. He did win the Heisman Trophy.
Speaking of Jaden Daniels, bro got hurt.
He's hurt.
He got hurt. He hurt his knee.
He hurt his knee
early fourth quarter.
Yeah,
and then came back and threw 200. That
for real?
Quarter, yes.
But see, I think he was riding off adrenaline then. I think he was right. So they already. So I mean, like we had this. We was talking about this right before we started. And you may know a little bit better. I know a few of them, but the amount of people who got hurt this week is crazy.
Yeah.
Like I seen something that was. I mean, you want to talk about Austin Eckler, Achilles, for Washington. Then the quarterback got the knee.
That sucks.
You got Joe Burrow with a toe. Right.
Brock Purdy with
a toe. And they talk. Joe Burrow's season's done.
Yeah.
Joe Burrow said they're talking about out for 3 months. The season's over in 3 months. It's like, it'll be week 15, 16, 17. And it's like, depending on where his team is at that time, is it even worth it to come back?
And then, hold on, that toe is something crazy, bro. The turf toe?
The turf toe?
Have you ever experienced a
turf
toe?
No, I have, but then again, I haven't. I had it in the off season.
Bro, you can't do anything without your toes, right?
Obviously.
Your big toe, and it's your big toe. Bro, it's so sensitive, it's so stiff. It's so painful, bro, to even try to walk on it, bro. Let alone play a whole 60 minutes in the league, bro. The turf toe is crazy. And I think he tore like a ligament in it.
Okay, boom. Okay, week 2 injuries. Jaden Daniels.
He's still playing though.
Yeah. So Jaden Daniels, he might be out for this week. And then you got Josh Allen. Josh Allen nose is beat. He had like a contusion in his nose. So it's almost.
I seen that.
Yeah, he was leaking from the nose. Like I said, Austin Eckler is Achilles. He's done for the year. JJ McCarthy.
Hold on. So your nose gonna stop you from playing?
He's not gonna stop him from playing. But I'm just talking about people who got hurt. He's probably gonna have to wear a visor, and it may or may not hinder. Like if he start getting hit, it could continue to get swollen. He may need to take some time off. You just never know. And then JJ McCarthy, his ankle or foot or something is messed up with him as well, and so he has some stuff going on. Obviously, like we said, Joe Burrow is turf toe.
They brought in Ritter.
Ritter. Who?
For McCarthy, for Minnesota.
Oh yeah, his backup.
Yeah,
I don't know if his backup is good.
This
week, this week is like the battle of backups though. Right. With all these people getting hurt, I think Mac Jones is playing. He's a backup. I think they play Cincinnati, so it's just like the battle of backup QBs now. Like this is what it is this week, and hopefully guys get healthy.
Shout out to the backup with us.
Why are you feeling like these guys are dropping like this though? Is the game just? Is the fact that, because it's really seeming like it's more quarterbacks than anything. Is it the game with them not being touched, or do they just take the most brutal hits? Or
I don't even know how they getting hurt because there's so many rules regarding the damn
Well,
quarterbacks.
it's accidents. I mean, turf toes, knees. I mean, you still got to.
Like you can't hit the quarterback. How you can't?
I
hit
think
the
it's just because they're not used with them not getting tackled all week. Like compared to a running back, knows how to take a tackle. Get what I'm saying? Like sometimes these running back, I mean these quarterbacks be out there running in open field,
right?
And they really don't know how to observe a hit. Like they getting flipped and fucked over, literally. Like
a lot of times it's the defender too tackling him, rolling up.
Yeah, now I did see a lot of that. I think with the Joe Burrow injury, that's kind of what that was. I think he kind of like did some extra, but
that's you can't control that.
You can't control that,
right?
But what we can control is this boxing match. That's what we can control. And I betted you last week $50, but I ended up winning that $50 back on another bet. So
that's not what happened. I let him. He let me make it. I let him keep his money, man.
But this is probably the main thing I want to talk about. First of all, Bud won the fight hands down. Hands down. I had a partner call me. I had a homeboy call me, and I told him, I say, bro, I had Canelo. I had Canelo to win. But after watching the fight, I'm as honest as they can.
You can't deny it.
You can't deny it. Bro got worked. Bro got worked. And I say, okay, and then like Terrence Crawford started making me look at the flaws in Canelo. Canelo has no jab.
Canelo has
no jab, bro. Nothing. I'm finna tell you how many punches they threw, right?
Canelo has nothing, bro.
Nothing is
but
crazy.
A hook, body hook.
But to say nothing
hook.
And lost 3 fights, bro, that has 70 fights and lost 3.
That's all hype, bro. I don't know who he been fighting, but
70 fights and only lost 3 to great fighters. The greatest fighters in the world is the only people he's lost to. Floyd Mayweather.
Bro. So what?
Terrence Crawford.
So what is it? Is it?
I'm saying he's still. I'm saying no. When you lose a fight, and I think this is why boxers don't fight. Just because you lose does not make you like when you lose, you're still a great fighter, even though that you lost, bro. I think that's what they fail to realize. Canelo is still a great fighter.
That's not what we're talking about.
But you said he has nothing.
No, I'm talking about, you said the flaws. You said Terrence
I started
Crawford.
looking at the flaws because he didn't have no jab. I think if Canelo had a jab, he wins the fight. That's my opinion. My opinion, if he throws some jabs.
He needs some jabs. He needs some combos.
Yes.
He needs not to be so flat-footed.
Yeah.
Bro just needs to throw more punches. Because he was literally throwing one punch.
I'm finna give you
one punch at a time.
He never threw more than 2 at a time.
And that's crazy.
And that was crazy because I think even with Terrence Crawford, he would throw 6 punches. And he didn't care if the first 4 landed, but the last 2 did. And they be headshots. So he working all the way up. Boom, 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 boom.
Something gonna connect.
Some gonna connect.
Right.
You feel me? So, but one thing I can say about Canelo is what I say, like true champ, he still walked down the whole time. I think his strategy
towards 11 and 12, he stopped.
I think his strategy was wrong. I think he tried to go in and treat Terrence Crawford as any other boxer.
I agree.
I think he tried to go in and do him like he did everybody else. And he should have came in with a little bit more strategy.
I feel like his strategy was work the body to open up the head.
And it never worked. Because I feel like he didn't throw combinations.
We blocking everything.
Even he caught him with a few bodies, but if you not like, when was you gonna come with the overhook hit like to the head?
He did overhand, but he throwing it one time. He not throwing body and overhand. At the same time.
It ain't no combination.
One at a time.
Yeah, that's why I said. So this is what. Okay, so Canelo threw 347 punches. Terrence Crawford threw 442. So you talking about almost 100 more punches Terrence Crawford threw. And then with those punches, 132 landed for Canelo, 165 landed for Terrence Crawford.
Wow.
So that's 30. He threw 100 more. He threw 100 more punches. He threw 100 more punches and landed 30, and 30 of them landed.
Right.
So with 100 more punches, 30 of them landed. And then they were both accuracy. They were both dead even. One was at 38. One was at 37. Power accuracy. Terrence Crawford had him beat 56. So most of his power shots, he was 56% on most of his power shots. Canelo was 49. But what I think what's the difference is the head shots. Terrence Crawford had 129. Canelo only had 76. A lot of those come from jabs. He would jab twice. Jab, jab. Canelo never jabbed, bro, like at all. And then body shots landed. Canelo had 71. Terrence Crawford only had 40. So, like, it's even right in there compared to, like, okay, you got more headshots, but I got more body shots. I don't know which ones that the scorekeepers really care more, because the scorecards was 116, 112, and then two judges had them both 115, 113. Unanimous Terrence Crawford. Across the board, like, unanimous Terrence Crawford.
Of course.
And it was crazy, like I said, going into the fight, to me it was still 50-50, because like I watched Terrence Crawford do EJ like that. I watched him do Earl like that, and I was like, damn, he might really just be the truth. So I was like, nah, this Canelo though. Canelo been walking shit down.
So what about you wanted expected Canelo to win? Because
just
if he been fighting like this all his career,
but ain't too many people could stand in there with him. Let me tell you the best. I'm going to tell you another
like,
thing. I ain't going to lie.
So
I'm going to tell you another thing.
He been bullying
Terrence
people?
Crawford did a great job at moving.
He did.
Yes, he did. He did an excellent job at moving, bro.
He didn't stop. But
he didn't stop.
That's because he know Canelo flat-footed.
Yes.
He want to go pound for
and
pound.
That's why I said his strategy was wrong.
Right.
Terrence Crawford was like, first of all, I know I can't sit here and box Canelo how he want me to box. I'm going to lose that match. But I know I can fight. I can box. I can boom, 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 get out there, move, step, groove. Like, I feel like he did that. And Canelo instead of just like trying to walk him down, just how he do everybody else.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is Terrence Crawford, not everybody else.
Would you call that running from him, or would you call that?
No. He didn't run. He didn't run, because there was some times he stood in the blend with Canelo.
Look.
So he didn't run.
It was one point Crawford hit him with the, like,
trying to get away. He did. But Floyd done done that. Like, after you went around and there's 10 seconds left, it's over with. I got you. This is a prize fight, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna do what I need to do to win the fight, bro. That's why people hate Floyd, because after, like, he started messing up his hands, he started point boxing. Like, he would only box to get points. You couldn't hit him, and he didn't try to knock you out, but he gonna beat you up.
Right.
And so he knew, like, that was Floyd. So that, like, nowadays, I think that's what. But I would love to see a rematch.
Canelo don't want a rematch.
Why?
You heard what he said at the end.
I want to be with great fighters. I love to show the ring with great fighters.
I love to show the ring with great fighters. But
I think Canelo. Like, Earl don't want a rematch. We know that. Earl don't want. But Earl got knocked down 3 times. They cut the fight short. Look. Have you seen your boy Gervonta Davis talk about the dude who is the owner of Snack? So you seen the hats that they were wearing? So this dude that's the owner of this company named Snack has been banned from the Olympics for, like, steroids and stuff like of this nature. And, like, a boxer way back when, Sugar Shane Mosley or somebody, whoever it was, Sugar Ray Leonard or whoever it was, this dude personally, this dude here had gave me steroids. It's the same dude that's on Terrence Crawford's team. A lot of them is trying to figure out, how is Terrence Crawford taking punches from some of the biggest heavy hitters and not being phased? That's what they trying to figure out.
A lot of times Crawford not taking multiple punches. He taking one punch that you barely connect with.
I seen EJ hit him with an overhand, and he talked about it after the fight. He was like, damn, he hit me with the right, and I was like, that was it. Like, Terrence Crawford said that. And so, like, okay, but some people was talking about, in that weight class, Earl Spencer's one of the hardest hitters. Same thing with Canelo, is not 47 knockouts. 47 and, like, Terrence Crawford is taking punches from some.
Canelo caught Crawford with a uppercut and an overhand,
and it didn't buzz him.
And it didn't.
It's that, and so go look at next go look when we leave. Gervonta Davis is talking about this. He was like, Terrence Crawford be cheating.
So they don't do blood tests?
Yeah, I think they do they do a lot of extensive testing. I don't necessarily know. I'm not in the boxing world like that. Like, I don't know how I go, honestly. Like,
so how is he getting by with it?
I don't know, because they said that the boy that fought Devin Haney, the Mexican boxer, he fought Devin Haney. They said that he was on steroids. He had failed for steroids. So I don't know. I necessarily don't know how the drug testing policy work in boxing, but that's what they saying. But I still, like I said, I still think Terrence Crawford won the fight fair and square.
Maybe he can take a punch. Maybe
he can take a punch. I mean, they say he did got shot. He got shot in the head, drove himself to the hospital. He might have a metal plate in there, but he might not be able to feel nothing.
Bro got superpowers now.
Bro got superpowers anyway. But I think, like I said, I think I would love to see a rematch, bro. Like
they don't want that.
I want.
And if they do, I know who I'm betting for.
But see, that's what I'm saying. Like when you think about rematches and strategy, after you done fought somebody, bro, you can go back to the game, the board, and figure out like, okay, he ain't knocked me out. That one thing he ain't finna do. Terrence Crawford, I don't see him knocking Canelo out.
He's a better fighter though.
He's a better boxer.
That's what I was telling you when I was telling you about gaining weight last episode.
How he was gonna deal with his weight.
It don't matter if you gain weight. If you're a good fighter, you're a good fighter. If you gaining weight in the football field, it might slow you down a little bit, but if you're a good football player, you play with your mind, you're gonna make plays.
Yeah, I feel you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it really didn't matter.
And he did. I ain't gonna lie. Terrence Crawford, he did his best shit. I ain't gonna lie. That was. And
shout out Bud.
Yeah,
man.
Shout out Bud, bro. Congratulations to Undisputed got like
big dog
13 belts.
The best thing of the fight though was him giving the belts back.
Well, they all do that.
No.
Yeah, because they're replicas.
So you saying he gonna have some belts?
He gonna go get his own belts made. He's still like, just think about like Canelo still like, he can say that like, I won all these belts. Right. And so can Terrence Crawford. But he did like, he'll be able to say like, I took these belts. Like I beat him for that fight to take these belts.
Right.
He gonna go get brand new ones though.
That's crazy.
Because you don't want like, this belt might be 10 years old. I don't want it. You feel me? I want a new belt that got my picture on it with my stuff and so they do that. They all do that.
Yeah, they hype
but it is, I ain't gonna lie. And this is one reason I do miss Terrence Crawford. Bro is probably the most humble boxer I know. He ain't with the rah-rah. He ain't trying to come in and do the like he obviously gonna do what he need to do to push the match. But like, bro is probably one of the most humble boxers I know.
Bro, Canelo headbutted him, cut his eye.
Yeah, I seen that.
He could have did the most. He was like, we gonna fight this out.
Yeah. It was let's just go on and fight it out. I don't think it was on purpose. I don't think the headbutt was on purpose. The ref said accidental headbutt.
Canelo was getting so mad, bro.
You seen the one? I know you seen the one video that's been going around on social media where he had got that hook and he looked at bro.
Like, these niggas just
hit me. He just hit me for real. Like, nah, for real. That was crazy. Like,
and he did that multiple times. He was like,
bro, he's a great. I honestly know what they mean when they say Terrence Crawford is probably the best counter boxer in boxing. Because every time you punch, punch. But while your arm out there, I'm a swing too. And so that's what he was countering. Every time bro swung, he got up under it some way and hit.
I can agree to that because it was one time Canelo was throwing it. But Crawford was throwing it too. I think Crawford threw like a left jab.
Yeah, and kind of caught him. Did it catch him?
But Crawford his eyes was closed. He threw that mud closed.
But it caught him though.
Just counter punch.
Just counter punch.
So I agree.
Yeah, he's a great counter boxer. I ain't gonna lie. But we can get into a little bit of our culture mix. A little bit of the culture mix, man. I know you've been seeing
the
culture mix. That's what we're gonna call. We're gonna call it a little bit of the culture mix.
Speaking of culture, Cardi B, Offset culture.
Nah, I would Offset gone.
No, I'm saying
she ain't turning Offset on. She ain't turning Offset on no more. Offset is off now. Offset is dead to the dead. Offset is off. She ain't turning bro on no more. She a New England Patriots fan now. Like that shit is dead. She's a New England Patriots fan now. Like how you feel like. Is it good for Cardi or is it bad for Stephon Diggs? You feel me? Because I ain't gonna lie, I love Cardi music. And this is no shade to her, but like, she's just too much for me. She is too much for me. And she might not act like what she do on camera.
I'm gonna say.
It may be chill.
You gotta know what you're dealing with.
What you dealing with.
This person coming with. You know she an artist. You know she gonna be, in front of a lot of people.
Yeah, so doing her thing.
It is what it is. But it's the fact that this is just your boyfriend. This ain't no hubby.
A lot of men somewhat look at their partners as like
If you have
you gotta have
goals,
a potential. Like, okay, if you have goals,
you gonna look at
it. You gonna look like, okay, what are our kids gonna look like? I don't think it's disrespectful to say, because women probably think the same thing. Like,
right.
I'm pretty sure we're gonna have good looking kids, or they're gonna be tall, athletic, short, whatever, right? So to say, but I think just the word breeding.
At the end of the day, it's gonna be a decision made by you. Either if you're thinking about your kids being an athlete, or you just don't care about whatever your kids become. Right. It's gonna be a decision that you're going to come to, and I feel like Cardi is a good decision.
I feel you. I look. Congratulations, bro.
Money, her beauty.
It's like, I think it's perfect. It's perfect. She's it's not too much. But nobody's gonna be perfect, but that's the closest thing you can get to.
The fact that she already had 3 kids, though. Like, what you think about that?
To me, at this age, I'm 32.
You don't care?
Yes, I do.
Talk about it.
I think I wouldn't say unfair, but I think when you're in the dating world, you do get to pick and choose what you want to deal with. And right now, just dealing with me personally, I don't necessarily think I could deal with someone who already has 3 kids. That's just me personally. I'm not knocking nobody who has 3 kids. You have, but as far like I said, as people who get to pick and choose what they want to deal with, right now I couldn't be able.
Even if it's the perfect partner, the perfect girl.
It wouldn't even get to the perfect partner with 3 kids. Get what I'm saying? I wouldn't even be.
I'm saying, well, y'all vibing, and she tell you that later.
What person am I gonna vibe with that long to say that she's the perfect person and not know that she has 3 kids?
Y'all can be together for a week and you be like, damn, I like you. I really like you.
Yeah, it's more things. Okay, I could really like you, but I have to be able to decipher like what comes with you. Mm-hmm. So it's a lot of people that we love in our family that may not be the best for us. It's a lot of people that we like and homeboys that might not be the best.
But you like her. She good job. Everything taken care of. But she never told you that she had 3 kids. So I'm saying
I definitely wouldn't mess with her. She never told me.
No, I'm saying I'm talking about the first week that you met her. Like, you can see the first week you're gonna be like, damn, I can see myself with this person, or I can't. You can make that decision.
So you telling me you know if you want to build with somebody long term within the first week?
If you vibe, yes. If y'all talking,
when you say vibe,
yes.
So long term means like wife, right?
Long term means
that's what I'm saying. Like, do I mind just like having a friend that has 3 kids? Probably
it can be a friend. It don't have to be a wife.
If this is strictly just what is it, monogamous? Is that what we say? Or platonic? Platonic is what that relationship would be. A strictly platonic relationship, I'm assuming, is what it's called.
Mm-hmm. My point is, you know if you like somebody within a week.
Yes, but I'm trying to tell you, it's still boxes I have to check off to say that I like you.
My point
I can like you as a person, but if you come with baggage, I can't mess with you. And I'm not saying kids is baggage, but if it could be anything.
As soon as you tell you that 3 kids, you gone.
Bro, like I said, you get to pick and choose what you want to deal with.
Indeed.
And that's it would be if she came to me with and I tell her I had 3 kids. At that point, she can either decide to continue to talk to me or she can move around. Because she like, I just can't deal with nobody who that's not how I envision my life at that point. You know, it's like at that time.
I'm more of a family man. I'm family.
That's
guy.
cool.
You know, I'm not going. You know, I'm not going. Come on, baby. You and your 3 kids, baby. Come on,
your 3 kids. You crazy?
If we vibing, bro, it's like, you know what I'm saying. We're a good match. Like, you know what I'm saying. This part of the family, part of my family now. So.
Yeah, I feel you. Hey, look, like, and that's something you picking and you choosing, right?
Cool with that.
And you cool with it. Mm-hmm. That's all. If that's cool with you, then that's all that matters. Because you gotta live with yourself first.
Come on, Cardi.
Ain't talking about come on, Cardi, with your 3 kids.
Come on, Cardi.
Now she got money. That I mean, I ain't gonna lie, my morals not bending for bread though.
Right, even if she didn't.
My morals not bending for bread.
I'm going off the fact of us vibing. Like, we vibe and we connect so well. Ain't nothing going. Your 3 kids, cool. I'm gonna love them just as much as I love my kids.
If it comes to that, you should love them just like you love. But like I said, I wouldn't involve myself in a situation with a woman who has 3 kids.
Okay.
And then if I'm talking to you for months on end and you ain't told me that you got 3 kids, that's probably a huge red flag.
Kids on vacation. No, I'm just playing.
They with their daddy. They with their daddy. You know, like, come on, like. And then I'm in my head, I'm like, so when do you get your kid? How old are they? Like, how many baby daddies or you got? Were you married? Were you this? Were you that? So I would have to ask questions. You got 3 kids, 3 baby daddies. I gotta turn my head.
3 kids, one baby daddy. Previously married. Come on now, that's not a bad. That's perfect, bro.
Come on now. But like I said, I still get to pick and choose what I want to deal with and what I don't. Right now in my life at 32. And this is no shade, I can't be the one to be in an understanding and agreement with. This is my choice. One right now. One is my deal breaker. So for one is it for me. Because I got to think about if you're the woman that I want to be with and potentially have kids with, like if you may be done with 3, you might be like, hey, I don't want no more.
That's true.
You feel me? Like and then me coming into your life with my one, and like us being together for the rest of life, we could be together and we could never have kids, but we got to take care of these 4. And I would want one together. And now we looking at 5. So like that's that right there. I didn't see life as me only having 2 biological kids taking care of 5. I didn't see life that way. So
you never know what life brings to you.
You don't. I done been through a little bit of everything. So you don't know what curveballs life's bring you. So
whatever make you happy.
But like I said, you have to live with yourself first. So don't go do nothing. You feel me? Like don't go do nothing that you can't live with yourself first. We can vibe all day long. But if I know you got 3 kids and let's say they're in their middle school. I know you got 3 kids in middle school. Like I also have to be able to like, you come with that as well. It's a package deal. It's not like I can just accept. I would be less of a man, or that ain't what I want to say, but I would be less of a man to date you and not help you take care of your kids. That's just me.
They moving in. Come on, babe.
You and your 3 kids.
Y'all can move in.
You and your 3 kids.
Come on, we good.
You and your 3 kids.
They all gonna be taken care of.
I do want to mention. There was a situation that happened over the weekend, and I think our guest from last week, Elijah, he sent us something on the internet that happened. So Adrian Bronner was on It Is What It Is with Cameron and Maze. And then the lady that's on the show, I can't think of her name, but she is beautiful. Don't get me wrong. She is beautiful black woman.
Something like cat.
Something like that. Beautiful black woman. She's pretty smile. She it, right? But Adrian Bronner was being a little disrespectful. And then after Cameron had checked him on it, I ain't gonna say he checked him, bro. He just told him like, hey, bro, just chill. Her boyfriend here, like, we don't want no problem. Like,
you know what type of Adrian Bronner is.
But like, yes, I do.
And then it's like he kept
going.
You know what I'm saying? He kept going. Like if y'all asked him a question.
Oh my God, you are
he
so
wasn't taking
beautiful.
Nothing serious.
You look so good. Oh my, yeah. He wasn't even paying attention to the interview no more. It was just like,
I feel like that's what made him more mad. It was like, all right, bro, you got to go. You ain't even listening.
I didn't like what Cameron did after he left though.
What'd he do?
He started talking about him.
What'd he say?
You a junkie, and I only needed you here for to whoop the whoop this, that, and the third. Like you handled it like a straight G, and then came back like a straight sucker. Like that's how I feel. That's in my opinion. Like, and Cameron for the most part, I like Cameron.
Yeah.
I like I watch It Is What It Is. They little podcast. Like I scroll across my timeline all the time, but when I seen that, it kind of like threw me for a loop because I was like, especially if that's your man. If that's your man, like, okay, you know what he is. Whatever. Like, we know who Adrian Bronner is. Adrian Bronner gonna be Adrian Bronner no matter what. And so you know what you getting when you fooling with Adrian Bronner. So, boom, kicking him out the show. You see, it was no big deal for him. All right, I'll go on and go. Appreciate it.
He was like,
appreciate it. For real. Fool, just give me my little bread. Cool, I'll go on and then as soon as you come in, you get to talk about, like, I only needed to, you junkie and whoop-de-whoop. Like, I ain't feel like that was right. Like, especially because you had every opportunity to tell that man right there to his face if that's how you felt. If that's how you feel.
I feel like the first warning should have been a little bit more firm. That'll let somebody know, like, bro, chill. Like,
no, I think he had. It could have been a little bit more firm. I feel what you're saying, at the end of the day, it's like me saying, PJ, you should. Hey, she pretty. I'm like, hey, nah, not. And
then you be like, damn, she.
Woo, this, that, and the third, or whatever.
Bro, you gotta go.
Hey, not out the rip, like not out the rip. But if you like, if I say, hey, nah, chill, like, you know what I'm saying, like her boyfriend back there or whatever, like he producing. Right. He the producer of the show or whatever the case may be.
Right.
You like, the first thing I know, I'm gonna say, oh damn, my bad. Like, I ain't know, okay, I'm
I don't want no
cool.
Smoke.
I don't want no smoke. Yeah, you are a beautiful girl and leave it at that.
Right.
I ain't gonna say nothing else about it. You not finna catch me like, you know what, at that point, you spitting old boy. You spitting. You just got Dak Prescott. His boyfriend probably felt like Dak Prescott, and Adrian Broner probably felt like Jalen Carter, because he literally is spitting on this man. Because the dude just told you, bro, her man back there, and you my homeboy, you my guest. So can you please chill?
I see what you're saying.
Can you please chill? You ain't got no chill. All right, but you know what? Cool. I'll pay you for your time. He put the money back, counted out a little bread, bro. You know what? Ain't no hard feelings. But then when you come in, you run that spiel. I think that was kind of wrong, but if you had me, that's what I say.
What's up?
Give me your game of the week, bro. Give me your. Let's end it here. Give me your NFL game of the week. Give me your college game of the week. What should we look out for? And then you can get your shout outs before we leave out of here.
We can do the Cowboys.
You picking them to win, or you picking them to cover?
Upcoming game. That what you talking about?
Chicago. Yeah, this upcoming weekend. And like I said, we're going to put scores from last week. Try to, at least. We're going to try to put the scores on here from last week. But we can talk about...
Cowboys, bro.
Don't get too deep into
Cowboys.
it. Just give me your winners.
Cowboys. The fans love you.
Y'all as a whole.
Y'all got to do better, bro. Come on, bro.
Tell me about it.
Who they playing? Chicago?
Mm-hmm.
This should be belt to ass.
Belt to ass.
Easy.
And you know what game I'm going with?
What's that?
I'm pulling for the desperate teams this week.
Like?
So I think Jacksonville is desperate. I think Jacksonville has a way to come away with a win because they're playing another desperate team. I think, let me look. I think Jacksonville is playing like Houston. Yes. Jacksonville play Houston. These are two teams that are both desperate for a win.
And you taking who?
I'm taking Jacksonville.
I don't know about that one.
I'm taking Jacksonville just because I watched how Houston played. They don't have a run game.
Nick Chubb?
They don't have a run. He's good. They don't have a run game though. Is what I'm saying. Like, bro, they averaging like 40. That's what I'm saying. They leaving it all on CJ Stroud. There's a lot of people hurt right now. Their defense is good.
I think that's more about execution. I think they have the game plan because when I seen Joe Mixon back there,
Joe Mixon's a different running back from Nick Chubb.
It don't matter. We talking about the run game. We talking about the scheme.
But different running backs, they're different. Joe Mixon behind maybe just a tad bit step faster may hit that hard. It's just different when it's different running backs. Right now with Nick Chubb and the offensive line and what they got going on, they don't really have.
I think Houston gonna click.
So you saying Houston over Jacksonville?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. This is a good game because it's literally a toss up. It could be Houston or Jacksonville. Because Jacksonville may sneak in and get them a dub because Trevor Lawrence and the Heisman Trophy winner, and they got some talent over there on their side. But, like, then you got Houston. Houston only got Nico Collins. They got Nick Chubb at running back. Like, Tank Dell is hurt. I ain't really heard too much about Dalton Schultz as a tight end.
Like you said, though, their defense
is good. But Baker, I just seen Baker throw for 205 and come back on it. Like, they couldn't stop Baker when they really needed to. So, like, can the defense do that? So, like I said, that game is a toss-up. But my college game is going to be, obviously, this SMU-TCU game.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to the game. I'll be bringing my daughter to the game.
We both going to be at the game.
We'll be at the game.
House of Playmakers in the building.
House of Playmakers will be at the game. I'll have my daughter there, so she loves enjoying it. Tailgating the whole nine. She wears herself out at the game, so that'll be perfect.
We will be tailgating as well.
Yeah, that'll be perfect. You got anybody you want to shout out, bro, before we get out of here? any birthdays, any partners, any homeboys. Like, shout out my little brother just had a birthday. My sister just had a birthday. So shout out to y'all. Happy birthday to y'all. My daughter has a cheerleading competition coming up too as well. No, for real, you gotta shout out the kids.
What team she cheers?
She cheers for the church. So she cheers for one community church. Actually, their cheerleading coach is a old Dallas Cowboy cheerleader. So,
what are they cheering for? What sport?
It's cheer competition.
Oh, okay,
cheer competition. Yeah.
Okay,
So she's not in the. She don't have like a football team or nothing. It's straight competition cheer. But she's doing well. But shout outs. Let me think. Anybody else?
I know.
Jason Verrett.
What about him?
And Coach P. Man, please make sure we get this. Congratulations to both y'all being inducted into the TCU Hall of Fame. That's big, bro. That's
big.
To be able to share the room or have shared the room with both of y'all, Coach P and Jason, well deserved. I mean, one of the guys got a statue outside the basketball arena. So I just want to tip my hat to Coach P and Jason, Fever Island. Coming back, they'll be getting honored, I think, at the halftime show this weekend for being inducted into the TCU Hall of Fame. So, man, congratulations to y'all.
Shout out,
Jason,
Coach
the real number 2, you feel me? The original 2, you feel me? But
hey, honestly, Coach P he has widened my IQ of the game.
Bro, Coach P is like when you say like, okay, certain coaches get a team to the hump.
Mm-hmm.
Coach P is the one who got TCU over the hump and to be what they really are today. And so when you say like the program, that university, quite honest, wouldn't be what they were today without Coach P.
At all.
We wouldn't be here today without Coach P. Jason wouldn't be where he was today without. You know how hard Coach P used to ride Jason as when he came from JUCO that first year, and he got torched Baylor game. And they didn't. Can you do it? Can you play? Can you? And so when you look at how all this panned out, I mean, the man know what he's doing.
Yeah, I realized that a lot of coaches don't pay attention to detail as much as he do.
Yeah,
like real detail, like from alignment to if the play goes this way.
He's anal about the details,
bro. And he instilled that in us, so that's why my IQ is much higher now. And I pay attention to the little details.
And he recruits, and he was a great recruiter because even in like, yes, Sonny Dykes took the team to the national championship, but he took the team to a national championship with Gary Patterson recruits. So that's a testament to just as much as Coach P as anything as well. It's like you're recruiting national championship talent type guys. So. There's nothing wrong with recruiting as far as what Gary can bring to the table, what Coach P can bring to the table.
It's about the development.
It's about the development, and I don't think nobody does it better. So, like I said, man, shout out Coach P. Shout out Jason Verrett. If y'all don't necessarily know who we're talking about when we say Fever.
Fever Island.
Shout out Jason, man.
Fever got his own island.
Nah, for real. So
Bro got his own island.
Fever Island.
Over there by himself. Lockdown.
Yeah, that was one thing I ain't never had to worry about when he was on the field. I'll tell you, okay, this is a quick story about Jason. So we were practicing one time, and it was one-on-ones. Mm-hmm. Swear to God, I put this on everything I love. One-on-ones. And I think we were doing like red zone one-on-one. So it was like at the 10, we were like 20 to 10 to 5 we was moving in. And so I think one of the receivers had caught a ball on Jason and was like talking shit or whatever. And so Jason was like, all right, I ain't letting none of you motherfuckers catch nothing else. I'm taking every rep, bro. He told all the DBs, swear to God, K White, didn't none of them get a one-on-one rep. Bro, I feel like it's kind of crazy. Bro locked down every receiver we had for one-on-ones.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. Oh my mama, it was crazy. I'm talking about line up. Because down on the red zone, you really only running one or two things. You either gonna run that slant or that fade. Or you may get like a fade stop.
What about a whip?
He was jammed. They couldn't. Mm-hmm. He was jammed. I'm talking about, bro, like, And I told the receiver, I said, I bet y'all won't do that shit no more. I bet y'all won't do that shit no. Y'all let one dude, I say he probably tired. Y'all can't even run a slant on, bro. Y'all can't run a fade on him. He didn't guard it all y'all and lock all y'all down.
Right.
That was crazy. That was the first time I had seen that. That was the first. So that was, to be honest, like stories outside of like myself, shit that I seen at practice with players. Like I seen Josh Dawson before. Like you might have been gone. So J-Dot wasn't on scholarship 2014.
No, I was there.
But he wasn't on scholarship.
He was scout team. He was like
No. I'm saying 2014, J-Dot played. We been 14, your senior year, he played, but he wasn't on scholarship.
Okay.
So that offseason, like he was, I mean, you talking about one of our best receivers not being on scholarship. So like his mama was on campus. She worked at the university or whatever. And during practice, like he was dunking the corners. So like, like doing middle drill or doing like outside zone or whatever. Like say we doing half scaly outside zone. Blocking. Okay. He is picking Ranthony up. Boom. You gonna give me a scholarship? You gonna put me on scholarship? I was like, oh my God. I was like, because Coach P had told him, I think what it was, Coach P had told him that he was gonna put him on scholarship, but ended up giving the scholarship to like somebody else or something like that. Or Tyler told J-Dot to wait or something, whatever it was. J-Dot went out to practice that day with a vengeance. Like, but he was dunking the corners, bro. And I was just like, damn, you gonna put me on scholarship? I was looking like, what are you talking about? But sure enough, before the season started, J-Dot 2015, that year, he was on scholarship. But crazy. A lot of people don't know that J-Dot went first round.
Wasn't even on scholarship.
And wasn't even on scholarship.
Yeah, sometimes that's necessary. Cause you gonna see how great I am. Like,
and that's what I mean. That's what I mean by like that's necessary. That's very much necessary. You're gonna feel me. I'm gonna make you feel me. I'm gonna make you feel me. Yeah.
Shout out J-Dot, man.
Shout out J-Dot. And speaking of J-Dot, we're gonna get him on the show. Maybe live, but try to get him like on the stream as far as like
where he staying at?
J-Dot lives in Africa now.
Africa.
Yeah. J-Dot and took his M's and went to Africa. Yeah. So. But that's the final wrap up for episode 3, House of Playmakers, man. Shout out to y'all. Continue to watch this content we keep putting out. We're gonna keep popping it. We're gonna be back next week. We might have somebody very, very, very special for next week. I ain't gonna say too many names, but like I said, man, y'all keep tapping in with us and appreciate it, bro.